everyone, and thank you so much for coming back and joining me on my YouTube channel, Supreme Comics Girl. So today I am going to be talking about the third episode of WandaVision on Disney+. Now I apologise if my camera seems a little bit off balance. I don't know, I just can't seem to get it right, guys, on my ring light. But I really love this episode, and it was very much like the Brady Bunch. Yes, guys, I'm old, I'm an 80s baby, I was born in 1987. So that was cool, that whole sort of Brady Bunch kind of feel for this episode. And we got to see Wanda using her telekinesis, getting the nursery and everything all ready. And one thing I noticed, I'm going to be sort of pointing out Easter eggs, so this is sort of like an Easter egg / breakdown and review today. I thought it was very interesting how Wanda was using her telekinesis, and above the crib she had butterflies, and then they came to life, and then the butterflies kind of fluttered around and she had them moving and everything. And what's interesting about that is I thought that was one of the coolest Easter eggs, because that's probably her in this reality creating other forms of life. I could be wrong, but that's just what I thought and what I feel was going on here. And then also, as I was talking about last week, in the comics, Wanda and Vision have two twin brothers, sons, and they are called Tommy and Billy. So Wanda wanted to call the child Tommy, and Vision wanted to call the child Willie, and she kept going throughout the whole episode, Thomas, Tommy, Tommy. And then obviously in this episode she has the baby, and at first I was a bit disappointed, because for a slight few seconds I was worrying there has to be another baby coming. Where's the other baby? Because then it's not exactly going to be like the comics, so it was kind of I might be a bit mad. But then a few moments passed, and she felt that when she was with Vision there was another baby coming. I was like, yes, after Tommy had arrived. So I love how close and how true they are staying to the comics. They've called them the same names, the two kids. So I really like that, because obviously in the comics she had the two twin boys through magic, because of course we know Vision's character is an android, and obviously he wouldn't be able to possess proper DNA to be able to have kids. And another thing that I really loved, which was I think the best Easter egg in this, was there was an advert for Hydra, I think it was bath powder, or some sort of bubble bath powder soak or whatever, right? And it was called Hydra, and it said in the advert escape to a world, or escape or something like that there, right? Escape to another world or something, right? And then there was this girl in the bath, and it was called Hydra soak. And I find that interesting, because it made me think of Hydra as in the evil sect that was used, that kept Wanda as a bioweapon basically. So I find that was really interesting that it was called Hydra. Do you know what I mean? As in, when she was kept as a bioweapon. So I find that very interesting. And then it also said, find the goddess within. And I was thinking, is that meaning her could relate to her sort of warping reality, or this sort of reality that she's in, that she's warped in, and she's sort of controlling everything. She's controlling all that's going on. And also that could be talking about the powers that she possesses in general, which brings me to the insignia that I was talking about last week, because the character Monica in this was wearing a long silver necklace with the insignia of SWORD. Now, SWORD stands for Sentient Weapon Observation Resource Division. And basically they are an alien fighting organisation. They prevent alien threats on Earth. And she had that insignia on her necklace, and obviously last week I was talking about this insignia was on the red and yellow helicopter that she picked up, and that happened to be the only thing that was sort of really in colour, because obviously the episode was in black and white, which I found very interesting and intriguing. So she pretty much let it slip about Wanda's brother Quicksilver, and she said, oh, wasn't he killed by Ultron? And she said, what did you just say? And so she sort of let it slip, and you know, Vision was sort of saying like about Monica, and then the neighbors were sort of saying that like there was just all sorts of like weird conversations going on. So what I feel is happening here is this whole show is like a set, I suppose, as you may as well say it, like a set, and they are all either agents of S.W.O.R.D. or they could be a mixture of agents and actors, and they're all acting it out and playing it out as agents or actors or both, or maybe just all agents of S.W.O.R.D. because obviously after the events of Infinity War, when Vision died, she obviously has went crazy, and what I think has happened is they have known of, S.W.O.R.D. have known of just how powerful she actually is, how powerful Scarlet Witch actually is, and to keep her mind sane, she has been put into this, you know, sort of set of this world basically, and that's what I think is going on, and I think that's why she was creating, like, you know, like with her telekinesis and everything, like the butterflies, and having other little wee bits of, you know, forms of life and things like that. So I am finding this series really intriguing. It's weird, but it's weird in a good way, and I'm really enjoying it. And Paul Bettany is a fantastic actor. And yeah, just one thing I want to say as well is I love the music at the end. Come on, get happy, you know, the song at the end. But what I will say is I do not like how long the end credits are, and I said this last week because we're on the 3rd episode now, and the credits again is about 7 minutes long, literally like 7 minutes long. So it's not a 32-minute episode, you know, you have to minus 7 minutes off that. But anyways, I find the Hydra powder like really cool. I find that the coolest Easter egg in this, so I really wanted to point that out. And yeah, with the butterflies and everything as well, and then the insignia on the character Monica's necklace. I thought there was something funny about her from when she sort of came along, and then I noticed the necklace, and then as soon as she said about her brother, then I was like, yeah, weird. So she, I think, is an agent from S.W.O.R.D. 100%, and I even think the neighbours are agents. I think they all could be agents. Everybody in this whole false reality setup, I honestly genuinely think. But let me know what you think. Do you think like they're all agents, or do you think some of them are actors, or a combination of both? You can let me know. But I really enjoyed this episode. I think this has been the best one out of all three. I would say this one and the second one have been the strongest. This was definitely the strongest one. I think this was the best one. I really love both these characters in general. I've loved them in the movies and everything, and I'm really enjoying this more than what I thought. I didn't know from looking at the trailers how good this was going to be, but it has definitely surprised me, and I've really been enjoying it. So I'd like to know all your thoughts and comments, so drop them down below of what you thought of this episode. And thank you so much for coming along and watching my review / breakdown and any Easter eggs that I noticed. And yeah, I will look forward to hearing from you in the comments. And until my next video, guys, take care. Bye, guys.